Hi guys, today we'll do another budget gaming peripheral review. Let's take a look at the Rakk Dasig wireless gaming mouse. Okay, let's do the unboxing. Inside the box, it only contains the user manual, power cord Type-C cable, and the mouse itself. Meanwhile, you can find the wireless receiver inside the gaming mouse. At first glance, it looks like Rakk. Why? Because the shape and design of Rakk Dasig is almost the same with Rakk. Although there are significant differences like the clickers, side buttons, scroll wheel, Rakk was the first thing that came into my mind when I opened the box. Like the title says, it's a budget gaming mouse because the price is just 895 pesos. This may vary depending on the promotions of some online shops like Lazada or Shopee. Also, the shipping fee may vary as well, so the total price might be around 1,000 pesos. Let's tackle one of the most important features when looking for a gaming mouse, and this is the shape. This mouse has a dimension of 124.8 by 63.4 by 39.9mm. Also, if you look closer, the hump is not too high or it looks like the average mouse height. Although when I'm using claw grip, I want the hand to support my palm. In the case of Rakk Dasig, it doesn't support it well, but I can still manage. By the way, my hand length is 7.5 inches and it's considered medium size. For smaller hands, I think it can support claw grip well. Meanwhile, I can palm the mouse easily because my hand can cover it. I can easily do fingertip style as well. When I'm playing games, I usually do the fingertip or palm grip, and I love how the mouse fits my hand. Also, it has an ambidextrous design with the right hand preference because there's no side buttons on the right side. The Rakk Dasig gaming mouse has one of blue switches on the left and right clickers, and Omron switches are installed on the left side. Since this is a budget gaming mouse, I did not expect newer switches like Kale GM 8.0. The Wano switches require an actuation force of 70 to 80 G. This means that you'll have heavier clicking experience. In my case, yes, it feels heavy but it's manageable. By the way, the clickers and top shell cover are detachable. It seems like you can buy a different color from yours. Just check the Rakk's official website for more info. Now let's discuss the sensor of this gaming mouse. The Rakk Dasig gaming mouse has PMW3325. This sensor has an IPS of 100 and an acceleration of 20 G. On paper, the IPS and acceleration are pretty low, but don't judge this mouse yet. Even though it has lower IPS, this mouse can still keep up on faster hand movements and it has minimal effect on its tracking. Also, the PMW3325 doesn't have an angle snapping feature, which is important for most gamers. Here's a quick angle snapping test. For me, Rakk Gears made a good choice of using PMW3325 as its mouse sensor. Some brands who release budget gaming mice tend to rely on much cheaper sensors, which compromises the performance. As most of you have seen in the past months or years, brands are releasing lightweight gaming mice. This feature is quickly becoming a trend, just like the honeycomb top shell design. No matter if it's wired or not, weight is really important for gamers. The Rakk Dasig gaming mouse has a weight of 90 to 92 grams. However, most gamers would prefer the weight to be below 80 grams. I think this is because of the battery installed in this gaming mouse. If we look closer, we can see that the battery is quite thick. As for my experience, it's okay. It doesn't feel heavy when gliding the mouse on my pad. I don't feel exhausted when using the mouse at work, which is a 9-hour shift. Wireless gaming mice are quickly becoming a trend. Almost every wired gaming mouse will have its wireless version, just like the Rakk Dasig that we are reviewing today. And the heart of every wireless gaming mouse is the battery. The Rakk Dasig gaming mouse has 400 mAh of lithium-ion battery. In my experience, the factory charge lasted for roughly 3 days with the RGB turned on. If the battery is in critical levels, the logo and the mouse wheel will blink red and this will signal you to charge the mouse. It's pretty easy to charge it. Just plug the Type-C cable to the Type-C port of the mouse and plug the USB Type-A to your computer. When charging, the logo and mouse wheel will have a steady red light. And when the battery is fully charged, the red color will be replaced by a green color. To fully charge the gaming mouse, you need to plug it in for about 3 hours. By the way, removing the cable from the mouse is pretty difficult. Be careful when removing it because you might break the cable. Aside from that, the battery saving feature of Talan and Talan Air was not implemented in this gaming mouse. What I mean is when you touch the mouse, the RGB lighting will turn off. However, when Rakk Dasig goes idle, it will go to sleep mode. Sleep mode is also a great battery saving feature. Also, Echo mode is available in this gaming mouse. You can find that as one of the modes in this gaming mouse. When Echo mode is turned on, the RGB is turned off, and the logo and mouse wheel are the only components that are emitting lights. The Echo mode is also good if you're not a fan of RGB. Most wireless gaming mice today come in dual mode. Some are pure wireless, which has Bluetooth and 2.4 GHz connectivity, and some are both wired and wireless. The gaming mouse that we are reviewing today is the latter. The Rakk Dasig wireless gaming mouse can run in wired and wireless mode. When you plug the paracord cable into it, the mouse automatically sets the wired mode on. Also, like I said earlier, it charges the battery. The good thing about this mouse is that you don't need to toggle anything when using the wired mode. Just plug the cable and that's it. Now, if you want to use it wirelessly, just plug the USB dongle found inside the mouse. You can remove it by pulling out the top shell cover. At first, I was wondering how I can get the dongle. There's no instruction on how to remove the cover. What I did was to pull it upward from the tail of the mouse. It's a bit difficult at first, but you'll get used to it. Meanwhile, the default polling rate of Rakk Dasig wireless is 500 Hz. We would want to have a 1000 Hz polling rate for wireless gaming mouse. Fortunately, you can set the polling rate via the Rakk Gear software. If you don't want to download the software, you'll just be getting 500 Hz. There might be input lag, so I suggest reconfiguring the mouse using the software. There's also a switch at the bottom of the mouse. You can turn off the mouse, switch the Echo mode on, and lastly, turn on the RGB lighting. These settings will not work on wired mode. When wired mode is on, the RGB mode is always enabled. Another factor every gamer would like to see in a gaming mouse is how smooth the mouse is when they glide it on their mousepad. The Rakk Dasig wireless has PTFE mouse gates. To be honest, I have no issues with the mouse speed of this mouse. It's smooth when gliding, and I like the amount of skates Rakk gears installed on it. Also, don't forget to remove the plastic of each skate. It will definitely affect the performance of your Rakk Dasig if you don't remove it. The default sensitivity of Rakk Dasig wireless gaming mouse is 800 to 10,000 dpi. This can be reconfigured via the Rakk software. Also, each default DPI has its own color or lighting. Red is 800, green is 1600, blue is 2400, yellow is 3600, cyan is 5000, and lastly, pink is 10,000. The color setting of each DPI indicator can be also set in the Rakk Gear software. As you can see, the Rakk Dasig wireless gaming mouse has a honeycomb design which is prevalent in most gaming mice today. Like I said earlier, it has an ambidextrous design with right-hand preference. Also, the scroll wheel is robustly intact and there's no wobbling when scrolling. As for the side buttons, it's intact and no visible wobbling when pressing the buttons. By the way, this gaming mouse comes in 3 colorways: black, white, and pink. So far, in more than 2 weeks of testing, I haven't had any issues while using this gaming mouse. However, there's a rattling sound when you shake the mouse. Maybe there's a loose screw or something inside. If ever I encounter any major issues, for sure, I'll definitely make a follow-up video. Overall, this gaming mouse is bang for the buck. Of all the specifications we've discussed, I really like the sensor that Rakk Gears used in this gaming mouse. Like I said earlier, some brands tend to rely on cheaper sensors, which compromises the performance. To be honest, I have no major complaints about this gaming mouse. Now, if we're going to grade this mouse, 10 will be the highest. I will give it a grade of 8 out of 10. Why 8? Because of the price and the specifications and the performance as well. Guys, we've reached the end part now. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you happen to like it, please like, share, and subscribe. Till our next, goodbye.